Hi everyone, it is Crystal. I've been gone for a while. I haven't done a video because I've been really sick. Everybody in the house has been sick, and we're finally in the clear. And I decided to start out with this Life Noted project kit, or Project Life Kit, pocket scrapbooking. I'm not quite sure. There's a few different names for it now. These are just some pictures of a camping trip that we had last year. These are the Studio Calico labels, I believe, that came in the kit that I'm using. I just picked some random cards, and I do have this on 4 times the speed. Due to it being an hour long, it did take me an hour to do this. I did have a lot of interruptions as well. But I just started out with one card at a time, and I just kind of made them. No particular order or anything of that sort. I'm just using some of the exclusive tags. I would like to use one in there. And the bottom picture is printed at, I believe, 2x2 or 2x3, excuse me. And this is the stamp set for this month as well. And I don't have it in front of me. I can't remember exactly what it says. And this is olive green, and it didn't stamp right. It ended up not stamping properly on there, and I had to go back and do it again. So part of it is dark. Sorry, I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done this, or at least a week and a half. But it was it's an olive green by Stampin' Up is what I used for the color, and I just outlined that tab there, and I'm just going to stick it underneath the picture on top of the label there. And I'm just looking at some of the cutouts there. Normally I cut them out before I do the projects, but this time I did not. And I'm sorry, my head is in the way. I'm going to have to move my camera around. There. And there, now you can see my mistake I made earlier. A little bit of fun, and it didn't come out very well. It did end up having to stamp it again, but hey, it is what makes the layout. And here I'm just gonna glue my sequins down. You hear my niece calling my name. She wants me to open the door, she says. It's funny how all the kids, not just my niece, want me whenever I'm doing something. But I think that's pretty convenient for anyone who has children. Here I'm just journaling about how the boys were all looking in the same direction while we were resting after taking a hike in the beautiful mountains. This is a picture of Daisy the Doe, is what we named her. She came to our campsite, the first or second night we were there. And she hung around the whole time we were there until we left. Here's another stamp from this month's stamp set that says here and there. And then I'm going to use the check mark, or the circle with the line that's supposed to be a check mark thing. You write something and then you check it off. But I think I use it totally different. I don't remember what color of Stampin' Up ink I used there. And here I'm just writing about how she showed up and stayed the whole time with us at camp. It was quite nice. My husband ended up getting close enough to feed her bread. And again, we know you're not supposed to feed the animals, but we were very, very, very safe about it because I would never put my family in danger, and neither with my husband. And that card is done. And here I just move on. I'm going to look through my pictures and see which ones I want to do. The first day, second day, one of the two, was terrible, and it started hailing on us. But then the rest of the trip was nice and sunny. And I'm just looking through and seeing what pictures I want to use. And these are some possibilities, and then I look again, and I love the fields of flowers. I took some very good pictures of the fields of flowers and nature itself. Here I'm trying to figure out what picture I'm going to use. And this is a picture of me and my boys. My daughter did not go with us. I think she was either at a family member's house or friends. And here I just lay out some possible cards to do later. And then here I realize that it's not straight. And then I decide I want to cut most of the white off. So after I had glued it, I made the decision to cut it. So there I go ahead and lay that one down, and this is another, the little one is another scenic picture. And I'm going to cut apart some more of the cut aparts that came in the kit. And I'm just going to kind of fiddle with it. I fiddle with it a lot to see where the placement is, and I try to keep it simple and not too complicated. This is the glitter marker that we got as a free goodie for ordering last month's kit as well. I am very indecisive on this. I'm changing them out, and then I realize my hands are black, and then I end up smudging I have no clue where it came from. I think this was the week we turned our air conditioners on, and we have a vent in every room in the house, and my table happened to be right underneath the vent at the time, and there was no warning. So that could have been a possibility. And here I'm just journaling about these pictures and how beautiful it is and how I got to spend time with my boys and whatnot. But here I see that it's too bare on the one side, so I'm going to go ahead and stick these stars on. There are the corkboard stars, or cork stars. And then these are just two up-close pictures, one of a butterfly and one of a flower that was up there in the beautiful mountains where we go camping every year. And then I decide that I was going to stamp the word butterfly on this wood veneer piece that came in the kit, because in the picture you can't really tell what it is. I mean, you can, but it blends in with the ground so much that somebody would have to point it out to you. So if you know what you're looking for in the photo, then you could find it. And so I just stamped out butterfly there. And here I completely forget that I zoomed in and did not zoom out for a minute until I look up and realize that I need to zoom back out. And for those of you, I've had a few comments about not being able to hear. I have turned my narration volume up. Maybe it's the program I'm using. Maybe it's the headset I'm using. I'm not quite sure. But I am working on the issue, if you just bear with me. So here I am using the more cut apart parts. And it's another, I believe that is the, I want to say the columbine, the state flower for Colorado. And I'm going to use a flare badge here that came in, I believe it came in the kit. and I don't know why I put a pop dot on there, and then I decided to put maybe that one did not come in the kit, and I tore the backing of it off. The pop dot that was already on there. Here is another picture of the fields of wildflowers that are everywhere and beautiful. As you go up the mountain, you see lots of them. And here I can't decide what. I really want to use the tabs in this, and I'm going to end up having to use a bigger one. And here I'm outlining the tab. And then I'm just going to use these little edges, and I'm just going to glue it. They're like photo corners almost. And I'm just going to glue it down. And then I thought about putting a title on there, and then it blended in way too much. So I just go to my stash of wood veneers and cork and got out a flag that says this, and I just staple it on both sides of the cork so it'll stay. And what am I doing here? I disappear, then I come back. Oh, I'm looking in a iris container at some stickers and such to see what else I could put on here, and I'm just going to put some enamel dots on there. And I think I'm going to call this card good. Yep, I don't journal about it or nothing because I believe the picture speaks 1,000 words itself. And I'm just tidying up some and seeing what other pictures I'm going to scrapbook. And I end up walking away. I believe I'm putting them in the page protectors at this point, and oh no, I bring them all back out to, oh, now I'm going to put them in there. And I just set them in there, just randomly, no rhyme or reason to where any of them go. And then I realize how many more I need, excuse me, to finish that page. So here I'm just picking out, I believe it was 2 more 3x4s and 2 more 4x6 cards I needed to do. So I'm just looking through. Well, hello, little Jinx. The kitten just decides to come and join me. Are you going to say hi to everybody? And so I'm just looking to see what photos I'm going to use. There is a story behind this tree. We were hiking, and on our way down, we saw this tree, and it had a massive overgrowth, I guess you would say, on one part of it, and it looked like a butt, my kids said. So we called it the butt tree. And so I'm adhering that picture and then cutting the white off of the pictures, and then I realized I'm zoomed too far in. So, and I've decided, oh, I don't want that card on that one. I'm going to switch them around. And then I realized I did it on the wrong side. And had to take the tape off and do it again. And I really wanted to use those word phrases, but I couldn't find, at this point, pictures that they would go with. So here, once again, I'm just labeling some of the cut-aparts and the tabs. I really wanted to use them up this time around because I seem to not use them enough. And then at the end of the month I have an abundance of them left over still, if not all of them. And I'm just adhering that down and writing in the date. And then I outline the card. And I just write about how the children called it the butt tree. And this is where I finally use the alphas. These are by Snap. And I just spell out butt tree. And then I'm using some of my own Snap mini alphas, and that's where I spell tree. And I put all that away, and then there's the picture of the tree. And then this one was of a collapsed mine shaft that we saw on our hike as well, and we just sat the boys up on a sturdy portion of what used to be the entrance and had them take a quick photo. No, it was not unstable, and no, it was not unsafe, or I would have never put my children in that position. We did not go any closer than what they are. And here I'm just looking through my iris containers for some little extras to put on this card to embellish it. I pull out one of the old Studio Calico kits that still had embellishments in them that I didn't know were still in there. So, and there's a kitty on my shoulder. We got new kittens, and that'll be the next thing. Then I put a sticker on that says memo, and of course I wrote about it, and I thought that space down there was too blank for me, so I wanted to add something. So I cut out one of the cut-aparts even more, and I staple it on there. And then here are all my cut-aparts from all the Scraptastic kits. And then I'm looking for a wood veneer camera, and I don't remember what I've settled with. Oh, I think it was a smaller arrow that I ended up, yes, I ended up inking up and stapling it on as well. And these are all my Prima chalk edgers, and I'm just going to use a lime greenish color. Oh, I'm going to glossy accent it on. I said I stapled it on. And I just put the date. And then I believe this is the last card. I used one of the flare buttons from the kit. I had some more of the wood veneer labels, I believe is what these are. And I just used one of the cut aparts. I'm going to outline it, and I'm going to stick it under the flare badge. And here I put that on, the Tim Holtz on, and that is it. Thanks for watching. Bye.